At the time of recording this video, I'm a young woman in her 30s, 3 kids under 7, 8 years in marriage, and thriving in her career. Is my life perfect? Nope. Am I content, growing, and happy? Yes. And if I could go back and give my 20-year-old self any advice on how to navigate life faster and easier, here's what I would say. Number 1, nobody has it all figured out. So in my 20s, I wanted to have the perfect life and felt like everyone was ahead of me. This not only stressed me out, but seriously slowed me down. Truth is, even the most successful people are figuring it out as they go. No one has life fully mastered, so please give yourself grace. Stop stressing about having the perfect plan, because even the people who look like they have it all together are still figuring things out. I'm still figuring things out, so just keep moving. Number 2, you will outgrow people, and that's okay. I tried so hard to pursue relationships that I knew didn't serve me in my 20s. I would go out of my way to be nice to people I knew didn't care as much. Now, I've learned that not everyone is meant to stay in your life forever, and that doesn't even make them or you bad people. Growth simply means leaving some people behind, and that's not a bad thing. Number 3, comparison is a trap. I struggled with this a lot, but when I started even accomplishing the things I genuinely prayed about, I still felt discontent. For instance, when I had my first pregnancy, obviously it slowed me down in the first trimester, but that also meant that I had a lot of time on social media. At some point, I started beating myself up because I was comparing myself with other women who were super active despite their pregnancy. But I was able to put myself in check because I was literally carrying my blessing and prayer point. And instead of being grateful, I was complaining. So I have learned that there will always be somebody doing better, making more money, or maybe seemingly living their best life. But remember, comparison will steal your joy. It makes you unaware of your blessings, and trust me, it's all around you if you really look. That life that you're taking for granted right now is someone's prayer point. Social media will simply make you feel like you're behind in life, but you're not. So move on your own pace and focus on your own journey. Number 4. Your 20s is not the time to be liked by everyone. I've always known this, and that has helped me stay on my lane and focus on my growth. Because the thing is that people may confuse it for pride, but I like to call it confidence. I know we all want to be liked, but it's impossible. Trying to please everyone will turn you into a people pleaser and make you untrue to yourself. Be yourself. Some people will like you, some people will not like you, and that's fine. But trust me, the right ones will always be rooting for you. So if you're among my right ones and you want to support me and you're truly getting value from the video, please click on the subscribe button. But if you're new here, forgive me for not introducing myself. Hi, my name is Victoria, and for the next few minutes, think of me as your best friend here to help you comprehend life issues. On this channel, you're going to learn how to become your best possible self to fulfill your purpose here on earth. If you'd love to do that, quickly join the tribe now by subscribing, and let's jump right back into the video. Number 5, financial literacy will save your life. So I was fortunate enough to start earning as early as 18 years old, but I didn't start saving until I had my first child. And that was because of a mind shift I had. I realized that I wasn't just building wealth for me, but for my generation. So please learn about money. Not learning about money will cost you even more money. Start budgeting, start saving, start investing, even if it's a little. Number 6, you can't fix people. I used to have a savior mentality, like I wanted to fix everyone around me. This just made me constantly overwhelmed and judgmental towards others because I felt like they weren't changing the way I wanted. But now I've learned that everybody has a choice, good or bad. So stop trying to make choices for other people. Stop trying to save people. It's not your job to heal, to change, or even wait for someone to become better or become the way you want them to be. Advise them, support them, and if they are unwilling to change, please pray for them and move on. Number 7, saying no is a form of self-respect. At some point in my life, I used to say yes to everything, but that quickly backfired because I wasn't able to meet up with everyone's need. It made me just seem incompetent and untrustworthy. Learn from my mistake and stop overcommitting or trying to make everyone happy with you. You can't say yes to everything. Saying no will save you from making promises you can't keep or finding yourself in situations. Just say no. It's a full sentence, period. Number 8, not every opportunity is worth taking. This is like one of my major life values. Not every good opportunity is a good opportunity. I think I learned this more in my career and my business. There were some business decisions I simply made because everyone was doing it and because I was making money from it. Just because it looks good, but it doesn't align with your personality and values or long-term goals will affect you. Think about the opportunities and how they affect you in the long run before saying yes. Number 9, your health in your 20s will affect your 30s. Take care of your body, exercise, eat well, and sleep. These 3 simple rules will heal most of the sicknesses that we struggle with. As a woman, bear in mind that sooner than later, you're going to be creating other human beings, your sweet little beautiful babies. So please take care of your body. As someone living in purpose, you need a healthy body to be able to execute your visions. So prioritize your health and your future self will be so grateful for it. Number 10, friendships require effort. When you see people with lots of friends, I mean good friends, there's usually a lot of sacrifice that has gone into it. Time, money, support, tears, and laughter. I view my closest friends as investments because I've discovered that the good ones won't just magically last. That's why someone can be a best friend to someone and just be an absent friend to another person. You have to constantly pour into your relationships and you have to be intentional about keeping them. Number 11, some friendships will end without closure. It took me a long time to actually learn this, but now I know that not everyone is great at communicating. In the past, I had such a bad habit of thinking that if someone stopped talking to me out of the blues, then it had something to do with what I had done. The truth is that some people prefer to end things without giving closure, and that's okay. Accept it, grieve that relationship, and move on. Number 12, spoiler alert, nobody cares as much as you think they do. The reason you haven't pursued most of your dreams is because you keep thinking about what others will say or how they will perceive you, right? I know this because it happened to me. You see that embarrassing moment you keep replaying in your head. People forgot about it 5 minutes later. So if you take anything from this video, go and do that thing you've always wanted to do. Everybody is doing their own thing, and so should you. Number 13, you will fail at something, and that's a good thing. I have done over 5 businesses that didn't end the way I hoped, and then one business model changed my entire life. And guess what? Everything I learned from the others that didn't do well helped the one that did well. So failure is part of success. Just learn the lessons and keep going. Number 14, romantic love won't fix your life. No one is coming to fix your life. Not a relationship, not a marriage, not a job, not even a city or a new country. Happiness is an inside job. A relationship can add to your happiness, but it shouldn't be the source of your happiness. Find your purpose and identity outside of your relationships so that you can also add value to your significant others. If you struggle with this, please watch the video that I linked above. Number 15, you don't need permission to go after what you want. It's okay to seek counsel. It's okay to ask for advice, but at some point, the miracle you're praying for is in your ability to do the work. You can't plan forever. Stop waiting for validation. Just start. Number 16, if you don't set boundaries, people will walk all over you. At some point, you have to learn to say, that doesn't work for me. Anyway, no explanation needed on this one. I have a full video on it, so do well to check it out after this video. Number 17, your business or career won't define you. Who you are is more important than what you do. While you're spending so much time building in your business, in your career, bear in mind that it is even more important to work on yourself. Who you are on the inside will determine how you handle life when challenges come. Number 18, taking breaks is productive. I like to work, but I quickly realized that burnout is real. As imaginative as it was in my head, taking a break didn't ruin my life. It is very important to take some time to rest, reset, recharge, and come back stronger. Number 19, your past doesn't determine your future. We're all human. We will make mistakes, but don't let your mistakes define you. Don't let people define you based on your mistakes or your past. You are allowed to grow, change, and become better than your mistakes. You learned, you grew, and you survived. That's what matters. Number 20, people will disappoint you and you will disappoint people. While I used to beat myself about this, it's part of life. Learn to forgive not just other people, but also yourself. And accept that the best people are imperfect, and that includes you. Number 21, God's timing is better than your timeline. So if you didn't know, my native name simply means God's time is the best. Oge Chineke Kama. And that's the truth. Some things I felt didn't work out for me turned out to be my testimonies. God never makes mistakes. You might not understand it now, but trust that everything is working out as it should. Number 22, invest in personal growth. I feel like I've talked about this, but the greatest investment you can make is in yourself. Read books, take courses, travel, have deep conversations, and never stop learning. Upskill and learn new skills. And you'll be grateful at some point when you see the results starting to speak for themselves. Number 23, healing is your responsibility. Yes, bad things may have happened to you, but it's up to you to do the inner work and move forward. Stop waiting for people to heal you. Stop tying your healing to their actions. Stop reopening wounds that should have healed a long time ago. You have to choose to heal for yourself. Number 24, being alone doesn't mean you're lonely. Life has taught me to enjoy silence. Some transition seasons, you'll feel so alone, and the natural response is to run to people. But sometimes it's good to get comfortable with sitting with yourself. It's uncomfortable at first, but it teaches you to listen. Listen to your thoughts, observe your flaws and strengths, enjoy your own company, and growth always comes out of it. If you don't like being alone, you have some work to do on yourself, so try it. Number 25, your gut feeling is usually right. Listen to it. If something feels off, it probably is. Being overly emotional and sentimental will make you do things you never imagined you would, or get into situations you shouldn't find yourself. And we don't want that. Number 26, apologizing doesn't make you weak. Learn to be human. Everyone is going through something. Avoid hurting people, and if you do or when you do, say sorry and mean it. It's okay to be the first person to say it. It doesn't mean you're weak, it only means you're mature. Number 27, not everything needs your reaction. I have heard certain things and I just deliberately ignore. You don't have to respond to every question. You don't have to listen to every gossip. You don't need to address every situation. Some things don't deserve your energy. Learn to let things go. Number 28, your definition of success will change over and over. And that's okay. At some point for me, it was making more money, finding a better job, starting a new business, getting married, having my first child, traveling for a holiday, pursuing my dreams. No matter what it is, what matters is that it aligns with your values, not society's expectations. Number 29, work-life balance is a myth. You just prioritize differently. There's no perfect balance. This life, no balance. Some seasons you focus more on work, other times on relationships, sometimes your family, and sometimes just on surviving. Don't stress about having it all together. Just navigate your seasons with wisdom and discernment. Number 30, faith will sustain you in ways you never imagined. People come and go, but God is always present. Life will throw things at you that logic, common sense, or willpower alone cannot handle. Faith will anchor you. Your faith in God is the most stable and consistent thing that will guide you through life. Number 31, you are enough just as you are. Please hear me. You don't need to prove your worth to anyone. You don't need to have it all together at once. You are already enough. You were created perfectly for what God has called you to do and become. To be honest, I wish I knew all of this earlier, but I'm grateful for every lesson because they've shaped me into who I am today. This isn't about having a perfect life. This is about learning, growing, and becoming. So please tell me in the comments which of this hit home for you. And if you've learned any other hard truths in your 20s, or maybe you're in your 30s and above, please share them below so that we can all learn and grow together. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with a friend who needs to truly hear this today. Remember, sis, you're doing better than you think. So keep going. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.